Get that last no-scope kill and hit pause. It's time for the video game podcast where the Konami code is alive and well. The console wars don't exist. Rings are just as valuable as coins. Pots are not safe from swords. Giant robots kick ass. And fireballs are a perfectly acceptable weapon in a fist fight. That's right, it's time for the Super Gamer Bros Podcast Ultra Hyper Alpha Super EX Double Impact Plus A Live. Settle in and let's get to gaming.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Favorite. Did somebody drop something?
That was my water cup.
You got a heavy ass water cup.
Teacup. Well, it's metal. Look at it.
Anyways, welcome back to Favorites Week right here at Super Gamer Bros. We're going to be talking about our favorite aspects of gaming. Yesterday we did characters. Today we're going to do villains. I'm one of your fantabulous, I like to say fantabulous now, hosts, Slayton. You can find me on Xbox. I am joined by Henzar.
Hello.
See, he has two gamer tags and a real name, and I just kind of switch between all three as we talk. Just so
I'm good. I'm good with that. And you can find me on most things as Henzar, except for the Switch. You can find me as Cynic. So there you go. You can
find him on OnlyFans as Henzar, where he dresses as sexy Pokemon, right? He cooks cookies.
I dress up as. I cosplay as sexy Robbie from Cobra Kai now.
I was gonna go, sir. That's my shtick, not Cynic's. You're getting confused.
I do like the sexy buff Magikarp. I really want to print one of those. I think it'd be hilarious because I love Magikarp. He's so lame. But sexy buff Magikarp.
This has luckily escaped my attention up until now.
It's just a guy in a pair of swim trunks who's actually got the body to be in a pair of swim trunks, and he's got
with a Magikarp for a head.
Yeah, that's it. So,
okay.
Yeah, the guy actually has the body to be in that outfit, basically.
It kind of reminds me of Family Guy with Rupert when Stewie would dream of him. Yeah, Rupert. There's big buff guy, and then you have the little teddy bear head. Yeah.
And then also we have Cassandra.
You can find me as Neo Nerd Lady on Games Pass, or you can find me as Pocky_FKL. Yeah, KLM as on Twitch, where I'm currently playing Hades.
All right, so yesterday we kicked off favorites. We were going to talk about heroes and our just favorite characters overall. Today we're going to look at the bad side of characters and our favorite bad guys.
It's
going to be funny.
That's a bad guy.
Because I'll give, again, Cassandra 3 guesses who my favorite bad guy is.
Dr. Robotnik?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know
the villain. I don't know the villain from Space Channel 5.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know enough about Space Channel 5 to know the villain.
Yeah, sorry.
Purge. The villain from Part 2 is my absolute favorite bad guy because he's so dumb. He builds a machine to force the galaxy to dance for him, and he has this badass trench coat, like anime card game style hair. And then he rips it off, and he's wearing this giant sequin purple top and just fucking going. He is so ridiculous and over the top. And just like everything I talked about Space Channel 5, it checks every one of my boxes. And Purge not only looked cool, and he had badass lyrics for his songs, he had a sequin.
I just realized something. I now know why you're gay.
Because I like the sequin purple outfit.
It's like, wait, Space Channel 5 is why Kevin's gay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, my God.
The true villain is Space Channel 5, the only game able to turn a straight man gay, apparently.
Oh, no. It's just one of the best because there's an autoplay code you can put in and just watch it play 100% like a movie. And it is the most fun you will ever have in an afternoon. Because you're like, is that a crack whore? Is that lady not wearing clothes? Is that Michael fucking Jackson? Yes.
Yes.
It's got everything in this game.
Yes to both.
So, top of the list for me is Purge. Now let's go to Cynic to see what his top of the list bad guy is.
Well, you know it's got to be Shao Kahn, right?
Are we all picking the same game series here? From our favorite characters to our favorite villains?
Isn't that one of the things that defines our favorite game series? I'll pick someone else, and
no. Pick yours because we'll talk about other ones.
You're right. Well, and luckily for me, Mortal Kombat does have multiple villains. You have Shinnok, you have Shang Tsung, You have Shao Kahn. You have Goro, Kintaro, all the sub bosses, all that good stuff. Onaga. Onaga is a very cool character, but by far they knocked it out of the park with Mortal Kombat 2. In introducing Shao Kahn as the Emperor of Outworld, the one who wants to merge all the realms together, and he just wants to merge them together so bad that he doesn't mind jumping in there himself in like some I don't know, Road Warrior from WWF days of Road Warrior and Demolition. They basically stuck a wrestler in there and gave him a cool helmet and a hammer and a few catchphrases. He straight up tells you that you suck, or are you even trying to win? They make it part of his gameplay. Like, the only way to beat him sometimes is to wait for him to taunt. And if he doesn't taunt, he just smashes you out of existence. Like, it's a ridiculous character that took so much of my money as a kid. So
question.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was trying to merge the realms. I didn't get that far into it. How do you know which realm was going to be the predominant realm when you do that? Like, is he going to be stuck in like a Candyland type realm when he finally does that?
It's whatever realm that wins. If the way he merges the realm is that he takes by force the soul of every creature or character there, takes the life force from anything there, and leaves it a barren wasteland.
So that's not really merging the realm. That's just destroying other places.
Well, I mean, it is, and it also adds the mass to yours. Honestly, they haven't gone so far into depth as to show like two planets merging and then just like being glued together. They don't go into that much detail.
See, that's what I'm picturing. I picture like all these other worlds. Like, you've got Earth, and then whatever he's in the outer world. And then you've got like the happy-go-lucky sugar-coated world, and you've got like Toon World, and you just don't fucking know what you're going to get when you merge them all.
I mean, apparently Shao Kahn knows, because everything turns out to be shit once it's merged with Outworld. And I mean, again, whenever you have that thought in your head of like, you're like, oh no, he has merged the realms. Oh, well, what does that mean? It means that the realms
stare at rocks for a really long time.
It means the realms are now merged. Well, what does that mean? Well,
it means all goes to poop.
It means it's poop. It means it's bad. Well, what about these other parts of Outworld that just look like I don't know, a Middle Eastern bazaar? Oh, those parts aren't so bad, but the rest's pretty ugly, So I honestly really wish they'd explore Outworld a little more. The most parts that you see are pretty much destroyed or are an arena. So there you go.
All right, let's hear what Cassandra's best of the best is.
So my number one character was Igor from Persona. So my number one villain is the town of Silent Hill.
Good choice.
Because
Very good.
Pyramid Head, Buffett, all that, even the actual supposed villains. No, the town of Silent Hill is the actual villain of that franchise, because it is there to punish you. It is there to make your life hell before the executioner comes and takes you, and you beg for it.
Man, I loved that game. Those fucking ghost babies in the school freaked the shit out of me.
Yeah,
They're just kind of creeping out of the dark. Like, what the fuck is that?
The mascots from the mascots from the amusement park, they're like, the guys are still inside them and they're like in pain and you can hear it.
Yeah, Silent Hill did a twisted horror game spot on perfectly.
Yeah. And two was the best. 2 was by far the best of all of it. So
I will give you that. All right, so we have Purge, the dude from Mortal Kombat, and a town. How are we going to top that?
The dude from Mortal Kombat. The dude from Mortal Kombat, that game nobody's ever heard of, and Purge.
I like how it's like major gaming franchise, Space Channel 5, the one you will name.
All right, so there's also ones that are in contention for first place.
Oh, yeah.
And we love them. And I will start with the most basic bitch choice ever.
Bowser?
I love Sephiroth.
Okay.
I loved everything about Final Fantasy VII, and I loved that antagonist. Is that the right word? Villain.
Yes.
That's the right word.
loved the look. I loved everything about him. I love when he pops up in any other game, like Smash Brothers or anything. I love every aspect about that character just because, one, he's cool looking, but two, Final Fantasy VII was my first foray into next gen gaming. Like I had the game before I had the PlayStation, like by about 2 weeks, and I had that guidebook and I was just going through it and I did everything in that fucking game. And so part of it is because it's such an integral part of me continuing gaming because I didn't have a game for a long time. When I got rid of the Genesis, I was just kind of done for the longest time. So Sephiroth is definitely up there. I think Umbrella Corporation has to be on everyone's list. Don't get much eviler than that, y'all. Like Silent Hill may be totally like fucked up and mean, but they're meant to be. Like Umbrella is just vindictive that way. Totally vindictive.
Umbrella is literally like, let's go ahead and destroy the world for profit somehow.
Yeah, like
Capitalism.
capitalism.
Yeah, people
But-
will pay a lot of money if they're somehow alive after our massive zombie pandemic.
Like I don't think they really thought that one through very well. They're like, yeah, this sounds good on paper, but
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. With that one, you have to like go into Resident Evil up to a point. Yeah, the Umbrella Corp was solely the villain. You have to go into Code Veronica and actually like read the diary entries.
Yeah.
To get the actual why the Umbrella Corp is doing what they're doing. Basically, they were hunting for immortality.
yeah. But I think one of the best bad guys I ever fought in any video game was the literal moon from Dead Space 3.
I actually
You
never
fought
got to that
the
point.
moon with I think it was something inside the moon. I don't remember exactly, but you literally fought the moon. And it had tentacles and it was awesome. Like one of my favorite villains
Yeah.
is
Like-
the fucking moon. Like
like,
that's just
How do you even survive? How do you not just get crushed and die immediately?
That's
With
like
it-
some JRPG level shit there. That's like, I have
Did
armor.
you guys
I can-
play Dead Rising 3? No,
I didn't. No, I never got around to Dead Space 3.
Yeah, Dead Space 3. Okay, so here's what was so weird about Dead Space 3 is I co-opted the whole game with a friend, and we were in two separate locations.
Yeah.
And he was talking and go, oh shit, did you see that baby on the wall? I was like, what fucking baby on the wall? It's like Sunny over here.
No.
He was playing the character that was going crazy, so his game experience, he would see and experience things that I wouldn't. He'd go in these comas, and I have to defend him while he's in this minigame somewhere.
Oh, that's
So
great. That's
the game
that's cool.
was really fun that way because he was freaking out over things I wasn't seeing, like
Yeah.
babies crawling and blood on the wall and shit. And then we fought the moon.
That's
I was
pretty
like,
cool.
yes.
I was actually, my wife and I were planning, we were going to have like a co-op session. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to play. She loved playing Dead Space 1 by herself. She turned it to the lowest difficulty because shooters aren't really her thing, but she likes horror, and she played Dead Space 1 almost all the way through. And we were going to throw Dead Space 3 in there, and no couch co-op, man. And that is a trend that needs to come back to systems that aren't Nintendo. Nintendo is doing a real good job of that. But man,
I'm trying
I
to
was-
look up and see.
I was so very ready to play Dead Space 3.
Yeah, literally, it was the moon. That
Yeah.
was the bad guy. You fought the fucking moon.
And Link
And it
is
looked
like, that's
It
it?
looked like that. It looked like that. Like the fucking moon was trying to eat you.
Yeah, I don't see how that's it, like how you are any opposition to that whatsoever. I don't see how you're just not swept off the board just instantaneously. Just gone.
So yeah, if you're gonna do co-op, do on two different TVs so you guys aren't sitting in the same room.
We gotta
And-
have two separate Xboxes, man. That's not an option otherwise.
Well,
Yeah.
wait. Is the 2-player co-op Games Pass where you could technically do one on the PC and one on the Xbox.
I don't know if
Not
it's in Games Pass.
not sure if it's cross-platform. But
Well, no, but if it's in Games Pass, someone can play on Games Pass Cloud. Let me see if it's there.
It's either on Gold or Games Pass. So if you have Games Pass, technically you have Gold. I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah, because it's part of the EA bundle. I thought, like when they got all that, it was EA time.
Oh, you know what? It might be.
Maybe, but I know it was free. It was free along with Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 were all free during several consecutive months, and I have all of them. So it's just a matter of let me play with another person on the couch. So, but I mean, if we have it, that'd be a great game to play to stream sometime for sure. There's a streaming idea.
Co-op. I really want to co-op Saints Row the 4th.
I do have that.
I have that too.
We need to co-op the fuck out of that before they do the. I don't think Dead Space is on here because I don't see it on Games Pass.
Yeah, it may be in Gold. You might have to look in your Gold section.
Yeah, because I know. But anyways, the moon.
Yes.
Beat that, you guys. Beat the fucking moon. All right, let's go to Cassandra.
So my number 2 was Andrew Ryan.
Okay, that's a good one.
We'll give that to you. You did mention that twist earlier, so I'm not surprised it's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, before even the game starts, when you start finding out all the stuff, all the shit, everything he had done, and you know him forcing that last part, the master says the slave obeys, and that scene, you're like, because you didn't win, like you didn't defeat Andrew Ryan. Andrew Ryan defeated himself with your hands. And that to me was like a perfect villain moment because it's like, you're here to kill me. I'm not going to let you do that. You're going to kill me, but you're not going to control it. I'm controlling it. And that's how much of a control freak he was. And it was great. And particularly when you get to what I felt should have been just an expansion pack, but the second game where like you get even more of like how controlling and how absolutely of a bastard he was. So yeah, that too. And then I am going to have to repeat another gaming franchise, but 6, Kefka. I mean, the Laughing Clown. You hear that music, you know it. He's such a great villain that when they did 14, he is a boss in one of the dungeons. You get to fight Kefka, and like people will say, like, you know, if you want a reason to play, go beat Kefka one more time, you know, and it's great. And then my final one is actually the final boss of Persona 5, the false idol.
I'm waiting for someone to say the gloves from Smash Brothers. Like,
but
crazy hand, not even master hand, crazy hand. That's
but to me, the boss of 5, the final boss of 5, like it was just when I defeated him, my wife was in the middle of a WoW raid when she was still playing WoW, and she said, I have to stop. She was going to watch me defeat this boss because she had watched all the story up to that point with me. And she was wanting as much as me to defeat that boss because it was like, we're going to stop this guy no matter what.
So question, were you underleveled when you went to that boss battle?
No.
Here's the other reason why I love Sephiroth. I was underleveled to Sephiroth. That was a 1 hour long boss battle.
Yeah.
I was that determined to not lose.
Didn't grind enough.
It took me an hour. Well, I thought I had, because I did everything in the book, and then I went to this battle because I wanted to see the end so bad. 60 minutes later, he finally dies. Felt like a Dragon Ball Z episode.
That's ridiculous.
I am. No, there's one boss though I never want to fight ever again.
Who?
The boss from Wild Arms 3 has 14 different stages, and every time you kill him, his stage resets. And he gets more and more powerful. This isn't a Hades thing, by the way. This is a JRPG thing. So
I know. It's like, how ridiculous did they make that? Like, you think you're done?
Every walkthrough you read or thing on that game tells you, you better have an afternoon save to the side. You better have gone to the bathroom because this fight's going to take forever.
Yeah. All right, well, let's hit up Cynic and see what he has to say for his what coulda, shoulda favorites.
I think I'll start with... I'll say this is a little specific. It's not a specific villain. It's a specific boss battle. And I'd say that's Dr. Robotnik from Sonic 2. That is one of the craziest difficulty spikes I've ever experienced in any game ever. Because right up until that point, I'm a kid. Back when you bought Sega Genesis back in the day, it would come with Sonic 2 after that game came out. And man, I breezed through most of that game. It's such a good time playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I played it God knows how many times, and I'm sure my parents know every sound effect and every song in there. The one song they probably didn't have to hear too long was the final boss battle with Robotnik, who is in a giant mech. After you beat, that was almost not even close. But
that's one from 3.
There's you have to beat Metasonic first, not Metal Sonic. Now I think Metal Sonic is the one in blue. Metasonic is the bulky gray Terminator looking Sonic that I don't know why they never brought back the design for that thing, because it looks super menacing and pretty scary, actually. Like when you get 3 rings and start this fight, and 3 is all you get, and Metal Sonic is going to hit you when you're playing it the first time. There's no way around it. You're probably going to go into if you manage to beat him the first time anyway, you're probably going to go into the Robotnik fight with 0 rings. And he flies up into the air, tracks you, comes down on top of you. His hand spikes come out in just the right areas to where you jump to his vulnerable spot, and you're probably going to get hit with those spikes if you don't time it just perfectly. So this is back in the day where you had lives and continues. So he was going to kick your ass. You were going to have to start this game over just entirely in order, and then play damn near perfectly in order to have enough lives to get back to this. And oh my God, it was a grind trying to beat this boss. So I'll say Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for my boss.
Sonic.
Is it Mecha Sonic?
Mecha Sonic.
Mecha Sonic was amazing. Metal Sonic is cool, but Mecha Sonic for me is a much cooler design. Very menacing.
Yes, I remember the fuck out of this because Mecha Sonic.
Well, and even that isn't nearly as menacing as seeing him in game. In game, he looks like Terminator Sonic, and it feels like you're fighting Terminator Sonic.
It's like that.
It's ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous. Ridiculously hard. And his spikes, like they buzz like a freaking chainsaw. Bzz, 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 and it's like it was crazy. So I'll give it to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for like my woulda, coulda, shoulda. I would say I'll quickly fire off a couple. I'll say Ares from the first God of War. Yeah. Incredible character whose death it felt so good, especially when I beat it on the hardest difficulty. And Saren from Mass Effect, I'm kind of going by our conversations. Saren was a very memorable boss fight from Mass Effect 1. You could get him to kill himself, but otherwise, having to fight that character and seeing that he has... It was a
satisfying boss battle.
It was very satisfying. And the fact that you can see that he actually did try to do good to the best of his ability at the end, it was still very satisfying. So I'll give it to Saren for that, Ares, and I was going to go with the Metal Gear character, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
You just say Metal Gear because they just won't let it go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one go because aside from like Revolver Ocelot, the others kind of like rotate out. They're good fleshed out characters, but it's whatever.
I was to say Liquid Snake to me was always a great villain. I wish they would have done more with him.
No, you know who the best villain in Metal Gear is?
Liquid Snake is cool, but you're not gonna say the Senator, are you? From
it's
Rising.
Raiden.
It's Raiden. He's no villain.
Come on. He ruined that game.
Raiden
is villain.
Raiden gets a lot of shit, and I'm gonna be the
well-deserved shit.
I'm gonna be the one person to like stand up and go, Raiden was cool.
We're gonna talk about that next week when we do our hated week.
Then you can definitely
be prepared. We'll be talking about that. But
I'm not gonna argue with you. You can hate him. I get why.
I have a very petty reason for hating him. I'll tell you about that next week. Anyways, that's it for today's episode of Favorites Week. We talked about villains and bad guys. Tomorrow we were talking about our favorite games and game franchises and our favorite guilty pleasures and things like that. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun tomorrow. So stay tuned with us. We're live at, live-ish at 5:30. And we also have Brad's Red Web at 3 o'clock. And we have live shows throughout the week you can catch up on. And just make sure you like and subscribe and share. I know a lot of people are watching these videos and actually sharing them. So keep on sharing because we love doing what we're doing.
It helps.
I like the person that asked if we were brothers.
The thing is here at Kaiju Labs, we really are brothers and sisters. We're all family. We'll fight, we'll get along, we'll all get together and hang out and do stupid shit together, and we're good. So there's the answer to that comment. You have comments, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook. You can find us over there at Kaiju Labs Media Studios, and we'll see you guys tomorrow to talk about more favorites in gaming.
But if you do play Hades,
but a great game.
The only piece of advice I can give about Hades is death is how the story moves forward. So don't feel bad about dying.
You're gonna die a lot.
Gotcha.
I defeated Hades for the first time on my 92nd run.
Are you counting them?
No, there's a pool that you can buy, and it tells you how many people you've killed and how many runs you did.
Oh, okay.
And I
haven't
looked
got
at
that
the
far
pool
yet.
after I died.